Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. I am back with another read aloud. Today I have a book called Not Norman. I'm sitting in a different seat today and I'm noticing that there's some extra bright lights behind us, but I think we'll be okay once we start the book. But it's called Not Norman, a Goldfish Story. The words at the top are the title, and then the words at the bottom usually tell us what? What do you think they tell us? I know that they tell us the author and the illustrator's name. The author's name is Kelly Bennett. The author writes the words, and the illustrator's name is Noah Z. Jones. He drew the pictures for this book. So this book is called Not Norman, and I thought this would be a good book because I know a lot of people in our class have gotten pets recently, and this is a little about a little boy and his pet fish. So let's hear it. Just trying to get good light for you guys. I'm going to move over a little bit. I think that's so sunny. When I got Norman, I didn't want to keep him. I wanted a different kind of pet. I wanted a pet who could run and catch, or one who could climb trees and chase strings. A soft, furry pet to sleep on my bed at night. Not Norman. All Norman does is swim around and 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 around. It says that, all those words down there. This is Norman. This is it, Norman, I decided. I'm trading you for a good pet. Norman doesn't move. Not even a fin twitches. How can I trade him like this? No one will want a sorry-looking fish in a gunky bowl. When I drop Norman into his nice clean bowl, he starts dipping and flipping, flapping his fins around. He looks so goofy, I have to laugh. Don't think that just because you made me laugh, I'm going to keep you, I tell him. Tomorrow, you're out of here. Norman blows a stream of bubbles. The next day, I take Norman to school with me. If I talk him up real good during show and tell, maybe someone will want him. On the way there, we see my friend Austin. Austin has a real cool dog and 7 puppies. Want to swap one of your pups for Norman, I ask? Who's Norman? Asks Austin. My goldfish, I say. By the time I rescue Norman, half of his water is gone. Because what happens? Austin's puppies are drinking out of Norman's fishbowl. I'm sorry, I tell Norman when we get to school. I'm really sorry. He just stares at me all googly-eyed. Finally, it's my turn in show and tell. Just as I start to talk about my goldfish, Emily shouts, Jenny's gone! Who let my snake loose? Oh my goodness, can you imagine if we had a snake loose in the class? I would be yelling too. Does anyone hear the story of how I got Norman? Does anyone even ask to hold his bowl? No. They're all jumping and screaming and chasing the snake. Not Norman. He's looking right at me. Thanks for listening, I tell him. That afternoon, we go to my music lesson. As soon as it's over, I'm taking Norman back to the pet store. I take out my tuba and begin to play. Boom, boom, boom. Ba, 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 boo, boo, boo. I glance over at Norman. He's swaying back and forth. Glug, 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 he mouths. Look, Norman sings. Look, Norman's singing, I say. Pay attention, snaps Maestro, and try to play the proper notes. Maestro makes me stay for extra practice. By the time my lesson is over, it's too late to go to the pet store. Don't think that just because you like my music, I'm going to keep you, I tell Norman. He glugs. That night, I'm sound asleep when screech, screech. What's that noise? Scratch, screech, screech. Yikes, there's something at the window. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I spot Norman. He isn't scared. He isn't swimming around in circles either. He glugs and gives me a little wave. I'm not alone. Together, Norman and I slide open the curtains. It was just a broken tree branch. On Saturday, I take Norman to the pet store, just like I said I would. I look at the cats and dogs and snakes and birds. I look at the hamsters and mice and lizards too. They all look like good pets, but they are not Norman. When I got Norman, I wasn't sure I wanted to keep him. But now, even if I could pick any pet in the whole world, I wouldn't trade him. Not Norman. And it says, Norman, one amazing fish. So in the end, he realizes that Norman is a good pet, even though he's not a pet that you can play catch with or play with strings with. He still likes Norman. So he was a good pet in the end. Maybe you can think about what kind of pet you would want if you were going to get one. Maybe you can draw a picture of it and send it to me. I'd love to see your pictures. I miss seeing all of your beautiful drawings and illustrations. So think about maybe what kind of pet you would want if you were going to get one and send me a picture. I'd love to see that. Well, friends, I hope you have a great Monday. I miss you all very much, and I will talk to you soon. Happy Monday, friends.